Close your eyes for a moment and imagine standing at the very place you dream of reaching. Picture yourself walking into the room of opportunity, holding the keys of breakthrough, tasting the victory that has lived so long in your heart. Feel the air, see the colors, hear the applause, breathe in the joy of accomplishment. You may not be there yet, but your spirit already knows what it feels like to arrive. And the truth is, the first time you experience success should never be the day it happens. The first time should be in your mind. There was once a runner who trained every single day. But long before she reached the finish line, she had already run that race in her imagination 1,000 times. She would close her eyes and see the track, hear the crowd, and feel her legs crossing the line first. On the day of the race, her body simply followed the instructions her mind had already rehearsed. She did not just run with her legs, she ran with her vision. The power of visualization is the ability to bring the unseen into focus until it becomes more real than your present limitations. When you hold an image of success in your mind with clarity, your thoughts begin to align, your emotions begin to harmonize, and your actions begin to obey. You are no longer moving blindly. You are moving toward a picture that already exists within you. But here lies the deeper wisdom. Visualization requires spiritual and emotional detachment. You must see it without clinging to it. You must believe in it without fear of loss. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means you trust so deeply in the unfolding of your destiny that you are not shaken by delay. You visualize with peace, not desperation. For desperation clouds the vision, but faith keeps it clear. When you can see yourself as whole, strong, successful, and fulfilled, you begin to act in alignment with that identity. Challenges will rise, but your vision will remind you of the outcome that already exists. Obstacles may slow you down, but the image within will anchor you to perseverance. Visualization is not daydreaming. It is rehearsing victory until your life catches up with your mind. Visualization is the art of creating the future in the sanctuary of your mind before it ever unfolds in the physical world. When you take time to see your goals with clarity and detail, you awaken the creative power within that was designed to call things into existence. The mind does not just think, it builds, shapes, and prepares. Every great achievement in history was first constructed in someone's imagination, for it was crafted by their hands. The blueprint of success is drawn long before the building rises. When you visualize, you instruct your mind to focus on possibility instead of limitation. You shift your energy from fear to expectation, from doubt to belief. This mental rehearsal strengthens not only your confidence, but your resolve. The moment you see something clearly in your spirit, it becomes more than a wish. It transforms into a direction. Suddenly, your steps, choices, and even your discipline begin to align with the picture you hold inside. This is why visualization is so powerful. The inner vision becomes the compass for your outer reality. Without vision, action lacks purpose. With vision, even the smallest effort has meaning. It is not enough to simply hope for success. You must see it, live it, and embrace it in your mind until it feels undeniable. The more vivid the picture, the stronger the pull toward it. Visualization is not fantasy, it is creation. It tells your mind where to go, your heart what to feel, and your body what to do. And in time, what you have already lived in your inner world begins to manifest in the outer one, proving that what you imagine with faith and clarity is the seed of all transformation. The subconscious mind is the silent architect of your life, shaping your reality based on the images, thoughts, and emotions you feed it consistently. It does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts whatever you impress upon it and begins to manifest it through your actions, habits, and even opportunities that seem to appear by chance. Visualization becomes the language through which you communicate with this hidden power. When you repeatedly see yourself succeeding, achieving, or becoming, the subconscious takes that image as truth and starts guiding you toward it. This is why negative self-talk and doubt are so destructive, because they also plant images that the subconscious will faithfully try to bring to life. But when you discipline yourself to visualize abundance, strength, and victory, you create new mental pathways that reinforce confidence and resilience. You begin to naturally align your behavior with the vision you hold. A person who visualizes themselves as disciplined will start making choices that reflect discipline without forcing it. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It does not decide what seeds to grow, it simply nurtures whatever you plant it. Visualization ensures that what you are planting are seeds of greatness, not seeds of fear. Over time, these seeds grow into beliefs, and beliefs shape destiny. The clearer and more consistent the picture you feed your subconscious, the faster it works to draw that vision into your reality. This is why athletes, leaders, and achievers use visualization as a daily practice. It rewires the inner self to align with the future they desire. By seeing success before it happens, you program your subconscious to believe it is already true. And once belief is established, action and results inevitably follow. Visualization without action is like planting a seed and refusing to water it. The potential is there, but it will never grow into what it was meant to be. The purpose of seeing your success beforehand is not just to enjoy the image in your mind, but to use it as a source of direction and fuel for your actions. When the mind repeatedly pictures a goal, it creates a sense of familiarity that makes the steps toward it less intimidating. What once seemed distant and impossible begins to feel natural, almost inevitable, and that shift in perception pushes you to act with greater confidence and consistency. Each vision you hold must be accompanied by deliberate choices that align with what you've seen. If you visualize health but refuse to adjust your habits, the vision remains locked in the imagination. If you picture wealth but never pursue opportunities, the image fades away with time. Action is the bridge between what you see within and what manifests around you. The beauty of visualization is that it programs your mind to expect success, and when expectation is high, you begin to make decisions that reflect that belief. The mind and body align, and your movements naturally flow in the direction of what you desire. The greatest mistake is to wait for life to hand you what you have envisioned without lifting a hand to bring it into being. Visualization creates clarity, but it is your daily effort that gives it substance. Each small step, no matter how insignificant it feels, is proof that your vision is not just a dream, but a destiny you are willing to work for. The image in your mind inspires you, but it is your persistence in action that makes it real. Emotions are the fuel that give visualization its true power. Because it is not enough to merely see an image in your mind, you must feel it in the depths of your being. The heart speaks a language stronger than logic, and when your vision is charged with emotion, it penetrates the subconscious and leaves a permanent mark. If you see yourself achieving success but remain emotionally detached, the image may fade away like a dream. But when you infuse your visualization with joy, gratitude, pride, and excitement, the mind receives it as an undeniable truth waiting to unfold. When you visualize, allow yourself to feel as though the success is already yours. Let gratitude flow as if the goal has already been achieved. Feel the weight of victory in your body, the relief of breakthrough in your spirit, and the unshakable confidence of accomplishment in your mind. These emotions build an energetic vibration that attracts experiences matching what you feel. This is why many people who practice visualization without emotion fail to see results. The picture may be there, but the heart has not entered into agreement with it. Emotional intensity also strengthens memory and focus. A vision tied to a deep feeling is harder to forget, and it continues to echo in your consciousness long after you have imagined it. It is this repetition of emotion and image together that reprograms your subconscious mind to expect success instead of failure. When your inner world burns with the passion of your vision, your outer world eventually conforms to it. The marriage of imagery and emotion creates momentum that no obstacle can easily break, because the spirit has already claimed victory before the body ever takes action. The power of visualization becomes even more potent when it is wrapped in emotion. It is not enough to simply see yourself achieving your goals. You must feel the joy, the freedom, the pride, and the peace that come with that accomplishment. Emotion is the energy that breathes life into the vision, transforming it from a lifeless picture into a living reality in your spirit. When you allow yourself to feel deeply while visualizing, your subconscious mind records the experience as if it has already happened, and your entire being begins to align with that truth. Imagine a person visualizing themselves speaking on a grand stage. If they merely picture the stage, the lights, and the crowd, the vision may fade with time. But if they feel the rush of excitement, the gratitude of being chosen, the confidence in their words, and the deep fulfillment of inspiring others, that vision becomes etched in the soul. It is no longer just a dream. It becomes a reality rehearsed so many times in the spirit that the body is compelled to follow. The motion transforms the practice of visualization from wishful thinking into an inner rehearsal for success. When emotions are tied to visions, the mind cannot distinguish between what has already happened and what is yet to occur. That is why athletes, leaders, and visionaries who use emotional visualization often walk into opportunities with an aura of certainty. They are not surprised when the vision manifests because they have already lived it in their hearts 1,000 times. Emotion raises the vibration of your vision, sending a powerful signal to your spirit and to the universe that you are not merely hoping, you are embodying the reality even before it arrives. Visualization without aligned action is like planting a seed but never watering it. It holds the potential for greatness, yet it remains buried beneath the soil. When you begin to see success in your mind, you awaken a possibility. But that possibility only becomes reality when your daily choices, habits, and efforts align with the vision you hold. To visualize abundance while living in the patterns of scarcity is to contradict the very dream you are trying to birth. True transformation comes when your behavior mirrors the reality you are visualizing. If you see yourself strong, healthy, and thriving, then you must choose the foods, the routines, and the discipline that nourish that vision. If you see yourself successful in business, then you must step into boldness, strategy, and consistent work that aligns with the success you already see in your heart. Action gives breath to the image in your mind and transforms it from imagination into manifestation. The universe responds to movement, and when you move with clarity, faith, and persistence, doors begin to open, resources align, and opportunities flow. It is not enough to dream. You must walk, talk, and act in harmony with that dream. Each small step in the direction of your vision becomes a declaration of faith, a testimony that you believe in what you see even before it is visible to others. The marriage of vision and action is what separates wishful thinking from destiny fulfilled, and it is this alignment that makes the invisible visible and the impossible possible. The visualization is not only about picturing external achievements, it is also about cultivating the inner state that aligns with those achievements. When you visualize success, you are not merely imagining a moment in the future, you are training your spirit, mind, and emotions to resonate with the reality you desire. The power of visualization lies in how it shifts your internal environment. If you see yourself walking in confidence, speaking with authority, or living with peace, your subconscious begins to shape your actions and habits to match that image. The mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined reality and an experienced one. And that is where transformation begins. Many people focus only on the outer picture of success, wealth, recognition, or opportunities, but neglect the deeper, invisible foundation of who they must become. Visualization calls you to see not just what you want, but who you must be to sustain it. When you imagine yourself disciplined, resilient, compassionate, and fearless, you set a higher standard for your behavior. Slowly, your choices and decisions rise to meet the image you consistently hold within. The real victory of visualization is that it does not only prepare you for the outcome, it prepares you for the journey. It fortifies your inner self so that setbacks do not destroy your faith, delays do not weaken your patience, and opposition does not break your spirit. It becomes less about chasing success and more about embodying it until it naturally manifests. True visualization is an act of alignment, aligning your thoughts, your words, and your actions with the vision you hold inside. In doing so, you no longer wait for success to come. You live as if it is already here, and in time, the external world bends to reflect the image you have carried within. The greatest power you carry is the vision you hold within. If you can see it, believe it, and embody it, nothing can stop it from becoming real. Success is not built first with your hands. It is birthed in your mind and nurtured in your spirit. The world responds to the images you project, the energy you carry, and the conviction you live with daily. Do not wait for proof before you believe. Let your belief become the proof. Speak as if it has already happened, walk as if the door is already open, and think as if the promise is already fulfilled. Your destiny is shaped not by chance, but by the clarity of your vision and the courage to live aligned with it. See it, hold it, and live it until it manifests. For what you consistently visualize, you will inevitably realize.